Say, hey everybody. Hey. This is one of 9 puppies that we have currently. Our dog May and our dog Junior had a litter of 12. 2 didn't make it, and we've already gave one away. So if you come to Lower Class Fab and get a lowering kit installed or knots done, you get a free puppy. We need to get rid of these guys. But today, I'm going to bring y'all a different kind of video than what we normally do. Normally, we're working on trucks. Normally, we're going to car shows. We're doing truck-related stuff. This is a truck-related video, but it doesn't involve us. So, I've been in this scene a long time, about almost 20 years. Probably, actually over 20 years now. And I've met a lot of cool people. A lot. And the way that I met most of these people was striking up a conversation at a car show, going to a cruise in, getting, on the forums on Facebook and interacting with people. And a lot of those people you're friends with on Facebook, you've never met them in person. That happened to me this weekend. So I've been friends with this guy named Matthew Morgan on Facebook, never met him. And I actually didn't even recognize him or realize it was him whenever I talked to him. But I was walking around at the show Saturday at Spring Slam, and y'all already saw that video. We was just walking around, and this guy struck up a conversation while I was filming his truck, and he had a really interesting story. And I stood there and talked to him for a few minutes, and I said, "Hey, do you mind if I film that?" So he said, "Yeah, that's fine." So I sit down, I filmed a little bit of the backstory of his truck. He's got a super cool 1984 Nissan 720 King Cab, and it is a nice truck. I looked it over, filmed it, and filmed his interview, and I felt like the world needed to hear the story behind this truck. So I'm gonna quit yapping, bring y'all this interview. It was short, sweet, and to the point. So y'all check this guy out, and maybe his message will get to you. So tell us your name.
My name's Matthew Morgan.
Matthew Morgan. This is his truck right here. He was telling me a little story just a minute ago. I said, you mind letting me film that? So tell us a little bit about you.
And I don't. I've been a mini trucker since I was in high school. I love the scene. I love everything about it. I've also been a Christian for a lot longer than that. So whenever I was starting to build this truck or finish the truck, I was looking at like what theme I wanted to go with. And, there's a really, really long story that goes with this, but I'll concise it because I know he's going to edit it anyway, and like most of this probably edited.
Oh yeah, it's going to make it.
But anyway, so testimony right here, that's the name of the build. It's a Nissan 84 Nissan 720 King Cab, body drop, stock full body drop. So the name of the build is Testimony. The reason that is because me being a Christian and traveling the world telling people about Jesus, I felt that in the scene, I wanted people to be able to look at my truck and just have a story and something to maybe click. I know whenever I look across the show field, like graphics stick out to me, like these awesome trucks right here with graphics on it stick out to me, and I'll remember that for a while. But whenever people hear the story of this truck, that's the main purpose of that. I want them to remember. I want them to remember this story. So whenever they see the truck, just like when Christ looks at me, all the bad stuff that I've done in my life and all that, because I serve Him and because I follow Him and because I decided to put my faith and trust in Him. Though my heart, which is the motor of the truck, was black with sin, God gave me a new heart. It's got a motor swap out of a 2001 Frontier. The motor is black because my heart was black with sin. When Jesus looks at me, though, all he sees is the blood of Jesus. When God sees me, He sees the blood of Jesus. And whenever you look up under this truck or across the show field, all you see is the red paint, the beautiful, whatever, the best that I could do.
And it looks outstanding.
The first truck I ever painted, it's not perfect, but neither am I, and that's the point. Neither am I. So the frame underneath it all, even though people might see the red and flashiness, that's what God sees when He looks at me, is the blood of His Son. Underneath it, I'm as white as snow. I'm just pure. And underneath this, the frame is white, which is dumb. Don't ever do it. The only reason why I'm doing it at all is for the build and to get the word out. But it is dumb. Don't ever do a frame white. Stupid. Frame's white because I'm pure and white on the inside because of the blood of Christ. The motor, black with sin, blood covered it, white underneath. The inside, I was going with back and forth between a buckskin color because I wanted it to be like flesh, because inside the truck, you know, we live in this flesh body. I wanted it to be a flesh color. So my awesome Mr. Scrapes, Mike Lee in Sumter, South Carolina.
And they're still around?
Yeah, man,
Very
it's
nice.
amazing, yeah. So I got with Mike, and me and Mike sat down. He loved the story, loved the build, wanted to have a part of it, and he had an idea, because if I went with a certain tone color, it would just, I mean, you know, black people might not relate because it's this color tan, or, you know, I wanted it to be relatable to everybody because that's what Christ is. He's relatable to everybody. It doesn't matter your background. And so the inside, I did it, me and Mike actually found the color cat skin bone, because our flesh might be, you know, different colors, but we all are flesh and bone, and our bones are all the same color. So
yes, sir.
On the inside's bone, and that's what we live in, that's what we do. So that's the build. It's got tons of custom stuff on it, and I could tell you about the truck from front to back, but that's not really the purpose of this build. That's why I do what I do.
Yes.
And I appreciate Brandon and Lower Class Fab, the YouTube videos. They're great. Subscribe, like, subscribe, as everybody says. These guys are good. It's good, clean stuff. They're not vulgar and as some of the others. But
We'll let them slip out every once in a while.
But it is what it is. I mean,
yeah.
but
you smash your finger, you can say something bad.
But they're clean, like I said. I mean, they. But I appreciate him letting me tell my story, man. That's
yes.
a big part of what this build's about, and this is why I'm Mini Truck.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, man. All right, y'all. As y'all saw, I didn't get a whole lot of footage of Matthew's truck. I'm sorry. I'm not really used to doing that. I filmed a good bit, and I was like, oh, I got plenty. And then when I started editing, I realized I didn't have a whole lot of footage. Also, while he was talking, there was a lot of background noise, a lot of people, a lot of tents set up around, and you could hear a lot of that in the background. I'm sorry. At the time, I didn't have microphones. I just got these in today. I'm actually trying it right now for the first time to see how it's going to sound. Originally, everything I had was set up for an iPhone, and I made a switch to Android, and I had to buy new microphones, a bunch of new stuff. So learn new editing software, all that crap. But if this is the kind of footage, if you like seeing this kind of stuff, somebody other than the normal group of people that's in here, if you want to see their truck, see their story, comment down below and let me know if you like this kind of footage. If you do, every time we go to a show or we meet random people, we may set up a camera and just interview them because we like to hear their stories. To me, the stories are most times better than the vehicle. Sometimes people are crappy and they don't have a good story, but they have a cool truck. So that's very, very rare though. I really enjoyed talking to Matthew, and it kind of sparked an interest in me to to start bringing people stories. There used to be a channel, I haven't seen them post anything lately, called Built to Cruise, where they just sit down with mini truckers and talk to them, told their story. I really enjoyed watching those. So that's kind of the stuff that I like watching myself too. I like watching the mechanic videos and the build videos, but I really like hear people's stories. So they're always interesting. And I don't ask this a lot, but at the time of filming this right now, we just broke 9,000 subs. This time last year, I was trying to break 1,000. Trying to get to that monetization threshold there of 1,000 subs. So if you put that into perspective, we've grown this like 900% in less than a year. So that 9,000 is still not a lot compared to a lot of people on YouTube, but to me that's phenomenal, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all that watches this. So I don't, like I say, I don't ask this a lot. If you're not subbed and you're watching these, hit that sub button and subscribe, comment, like, do all that stuff. Trying to grow this thing bigger, and the more subs, the more interaction we have, the faster this channel grows. It gets into the algorithm and just helps it blow up. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to blow it up. Also, update on the merch store. We are in the process of printing shirts. As soon as I get these shirts, I will make the store go live, and we'll start shipping them bad boys out. I'm also in talks with J-Mac about getting some stickers printed. So as soon as I get those in, they'll also hit the site. They're not active yet, people. I've had 15 dozen people ask me this week what the link was to the store. It's not active yet. As soon as I get the merchandise in hand, I will go active. I'm not going to do a pre-order or anything like that. I'm waiting to get all the merchandise. So that's that. And I appreciate y'all watching. Like I say, if you want to see more of this kind of content, drop me a comment down below and let me know. And I appreciate Matthew Morgan for sitting down with me and introducing himself, because I was just walking around filming trucks and he struck up a conversation with me, and I'm so glad he did, because in my opinion, I've got a lifelong friend from that guy. So appreciate y'all watching. Come back for the next one. We headed to Southern Tradition. Bring that to you next.